What's up, everybody? It's your pal Joey T from the Cartoon.P, and guess what? We got a new trailer for Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2. Yeah, they call it a sneak preview, but let's be real, it's a sequence of clips that makes it a trailer, so it's a trailer for Ralph Breaks the Internet. I guess the same time they announced that there's going to be a new character in the movie voiced by Gadot, they also put out this trailer. In the movie, Gadot is going to be playing a video game character in an online game. It's going to be a racing game, something that has to do with Vanellope needing a new steering wheel. That's at least what they put in the description, which only reminds me that it's kind of cool that the movie is going to be focusing on the video game aspects. With all things considered, that the original film is a video game movie, so at least they have some video game things going on in the movie, as opposed to it all just focusing on the internet and what Disney merch they can stuff in your face. Speaking of which, we get to see the Disney princesses again. And I got a few things to say about that. Before I get to that, there's something interesting that I noticed about this movie. So Wreck-It Ralph 2 is going to be taking place in a version of the internet, which is interesting considering that the director, Rich Moore, has worked on Futurama, and some episodes have dealt with personified versions of the internet. One of those episodes where they download Lucy Liu's body into a robot and they go onto the internet, and it's similar in a sense that they're going into a live version of the internet. Which only has me thinking, if they're ever going to make a Futurama movie, now that Futurama is owned by Disney, which owns Fox, imagine if they got Rich Moore to direct a Futurama movie, animated or live action. Who knows? Possibility. I'd want to see that. What I like about this trailer is that they do focus on the internet aspect of things. They do focus on the video game aspect of things, which is really what the first Wreck-It Ralph movie was about, which is these video game characters being in this personified world. So I'm kind of glad we got to see that in this trailer, because I'm just having a hard time figuring out what is the plot to this movie. What is the call to adventure for them to go to the internet, other than it's just going to be a sequences of them making fun of the internet. I mean, there has to be some plot to this. And knowing that Rich Moore, who's worked on very good movies and great TV work, I'm just not seeing it. I'm just seeing all the beautiful stuff around it, including, as I talked about before, the Disney side of things. They go into the internet and they discover Disney personified stuff up the wazoo. Speaking of which, considering that Gal Gadot is going to be voicing a character in this film, how cool is it that you got Wonder Woman interacting in a movie with Iron Man? This is probably going to be the closest we'll ever get to a Marvel DC movie. So, there's that. Unless Disney buys out DC. I mean, who knows? They probably will. They may as well at this point. But the one thing that the marketing is focusing on is the Disney Princess line, considering that Vanellope is a Disney princess. But let's talk about this for a bit. So, in the movie, you see the Disney characters being aware that they're in a movie. However, considering that Wreck-It Ralph is a Disney movie, does that mean that Vanellope and Ralph will know that they're movie characters? I mean, to me, that's going to be a little odd. So, is there some awareness that they're going to be in a movie version of themselves? Or is this a world where that movie never existed and they're just video game characters? I don't know. We'll find out when the movie comes out. You see another gag with Merida, which is funny considering that movie, while she's part of the Disney Princess line, her movie was made by Pixar, which is, I guess, ergo Disney, puts her in the Disney Princess line, and they make fun of the fact that she's from Pixar, which is pretty funny. Kind of cool to see Kelly Macdonald, I believe that's the actress's name, the same actress who's been in Boardwalk Empire and No Country for Old Men, who played Merida, to be reprising her voice again, so it's really cool to see that as well. Only doubts I have are a couple things. One, it's really weird seeing Disney princesses doing the things they do on the internet, which I guess is kind of the point. When I say on the internet, I mean you see all those memes where you see the Disney princesses just chilling out. There's like this webcomic which focuses, and I know there's going to be someone in the comment section, let me know what the name of that comic, where they've got the Disney princesses just being chill chicks, you know? So it's kind of cool to see that in this movie, but at the same time it's kind of weird because these characters have their established personalities. I get it, they're internet versions of them, so they're not going to be the specific versions to their movies, but I just find that to be kind of odd. On top of the fact that, because I don't really know what the story to this thing is, not many people know what the story to this thing is, it's kind of hard to see how this is going to be able to tie into everything. I will say, though, there is some positive side to this. I think it's cool to see the princesses have a little bit more humility, like a little bit more humanity, even though you can argue a lot of these characters, Ariel, Belle, even Cinderella, have personality. A lot of people talk about how older princesses are not as good as the newer princesses, not as good as role models, but I wouldn't say that. I feel like you revisit those movies again, they did what they could for the time that they were being made, especially for Cinderella and even Ariel to a certain degree. One of the images they released, they're all just chilling out in regular clothes. I just noticed too, Mulan is wearing a Letterman jacket with Mushu logos on it. I thought that was kind of a neat little thing. On top of the fact that you had Ariel just laying on the couch and it looks like she's ready to sing Part of Your World. So, have some doubts on it, but not complete. Let me know what you thought if you saw this preview. I'll put a link to it in the description box below. Comment below. Let me know what you think. It's always fun making these videos. Take care, everybody.